cash flow and maximizing the cash flows, knowing the numbers, right? So at the beginning of the year or in fourth quarter, we establish a budget for every single property, right? And that budget includes all the projected income, all of the spend. It comes down to what's the NOI going to be realized month over month and at the end of the year. We see seasonal trends. We see increase in turnovers in the summertime. We see increase in maybe repair items like HVAC in the wintertime. All the different properties are going to have different trends. You're going to realize that as you're budgeting and looking at your actual spend to the budget every month and every year. Tracking, if you track, whatever data you track is what you're going to focus on, is what people are going to focus on and what's going to be improved month over month, right? Know the data, track the data, report the data, and that's what gets focused on. And the numbers are key when it comes to optimizing your cash flow. So your property is held within the LLC. You want to set up that bank account on a one-to-one ratio with the LLC. It doesn't matter if you have multiple properties in that LLC, that's okay. But want to make sure we have one bank account. All of those transactions are in the account. That flows through to your accounting system. That makes for ease of tracking, right? That takes a lot of the burden off you. If you set up your bank account associated to the LLC, and then into your accounting system. It downloads, it's easy, you can track it, and you can track that actual spend to the budget. Whatever accounting system you use. Some people use QuickBooks, some people use Outfolio, some people use Yardi. There's a multitude of different systems out there. But that's just something to think about as you're structuring your finances.
What are the other two besides QuickBooks?
Outfolio, it's great for multifamily products. Yardi. They have a number of different products within the Yardi suite of tools. They have Point 2 Property Manager, that's great for multifamily. They have Voyager, that's great for some of the commercial assets. And they have some others, I can't remember. I always want to call them car names like Excursion and Explorer, but I'm not right, that's not right. I know Voyager's right though. AMSI was a big product in the day, but I think that was DOS-based. I think that's kind of gone away, you know. But so the ones that come to my mind are Yardi and Outfolio, unless anybody's using something else.
We've been using Propertyware, and it has not worked out well. It's really got a lot of quirks in it. So my property manager shifted over to Appfolio. Do you have any experience with either one of those two?
I don't, not the first one. No, I don't know about that one. But Appfolio, we've really enjoyed. What I really like about that is it has a module for everything. It's got a great GUI interface. It has integration. Not seamless integration with the banking. We do some manual entry, but you can have choices. They do have a great feature for online payment, which is nice for if you have properties that are remote and so on and so forth. Great reporting, great support. What am I forgetting? I haven't had really an issue, and I can report the things that I want, and you know, they have releases that come out regularly. So I think they're probably the one company that really stays on it.
Right.
And then AOA has a great solution for background checks, credit checks, and all of that, so you can utilize that through your membership for free, right? Many of the systems have different things built in, such as that, but AOA has that. Maybe it's not free. Maybe there's a small charge, sorry.
$10, I think.
Yeah.
Appfolio is expensive for the smaller owner property manager. You have to be above a certain level.
Well, it's like $1 a door.
No.
With a minimum
Well, it's
50.
$250 a month minimum.
Oh, is it $250 a month minimum? I was going to say with a minimum.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's $1 a door with the $250 minimum.
So
Yardi's.
first house is $251.
Yeah. Well, one house was within the 250. Yes.
It's about 50 houses.
And then Yardi, the Point 2 Property Manager, is a $50 minimum and $1 a door.
More complex.
The Point 2 Property Manager is actually a streamlined, simpler version. It's the simplest version you can go to.
Okay.
But it's not as sophisticated as Appfolio. And then of course, you know, there's QuickBooks. What I like about the accounting systems we're talking about is that it's your all-inclusive operational system, right? So you want to put in all the information about the property, you want to put the information about the tenants, you want to put all the information about the income and the expenses. You have a reporting tool that reports on everything. All your maintenance requests go in. They get closed out, they get tracked. Your bills and invoices can be associated with your invoices. So everything has connectivity, so you can back audit. So if you get audited, you have all of the documents within your system. You can even include document management, right? If you want to scan your leases, if you want to scan your rental applications, and all of that information can be associated at the tenant level. Invoices can be associated at the vendor level or at the unit level. So they have a lot of different features and functionality. So when it comes down to tax time, or comes down to auditing your team, or even the fact that they're in the cloud, they're cloud-based solutions, they're software as a service, right? You can be anywhere. You can be on vacation and checking, did all the rent payments get collected? And then you can go into your bank, is it all deposited? You can check it anywhere. I mean, the reality is we're not in one place anymore, right? We have to be able to work remotely. So that's another great feature about those, especially if you have a multitude of different managers and you're traveling in between, or you're off on, in Europe and you want to just dial in and see how things are going. So those are some of the bells and whistles that I like about tools like that, and they really help you manage your operations effectively, whichever you choose. Categorizing everything, making sure you're up on the latest and greatest tax laws is very important. They did change, and it does impact what you can depreciate. It was the beginning, I believe, of last year, so making sure you're current with that. And what you can, I think it's like, $500 or more.
$750 in some areas.
And then some of our clients have gotten a waiver to go up to $750 or more for what they can depreciate. And you want to associate that to the building level, to the land level, and so forth. So what you can write off, what you can't write off, how you write that off, you want to make sure that that is set up in your GL and it's categorized appropriately, right? So you don't want to get audited, that can go back to 7 years. But if you do, you have everything in your system. You don't have to pull out the boxes, right? We talked about the bank deposits, making sure that all the money moves quickly, it moves through your system, it gets collected, it goes to the bank, it gets deposited. There's a system by which you want to associate your deposits, right? And you want to make sure your deposit slip and everything gets entered and everything goes in and that things aren't getting mixed around. It's going to be easy for tracking and reconciling. You want to make sure you're reconciling the books monthly. It's easy for money to get misplaced. Especially if you have a large team working for you, you must make sure that you're reconciling what's in your accounting system is actually what's in the bank, right? And if it's not, we're asking questions, and we want to ask questions right away, right?